Our next performer is someone that I've wanted to have on the show since I saw him at Funny Moms about 6 months ago. He's just really funny. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Nick Mullen, everybody. Nick, the stage is yours.
Thanks, guys. Hey, thanks, guys. Hey, guys. I did. I changed my name to Ernie today. It's that's serious. So if we talk later, I'm Ernie. No more Nick stuff. This is not going to be any way where this isn't mostly depressing and a lot of silence. I'm not one of those brainiac dudes that can just fucking have thoughts that people want to hear. I'm an idiot. I'm kind of an idiot. I feel like there's a war on idiots right now. There is, because it used to be great. People like me used to just be able to say shitty things all the time, and now I walk around offending people constantly, and I don't fucking know any better. That was like the thing with like the Paula Deen thing, where people are like, did you hear Paula Deen said the N-word? But if you like saw everything that she said, the N-word was the least offensive part of any of that. Like the N-word, like I expected the N-word. The part where, first of all, she was like, well, it was a Civil War themed restaurant. That's not real. Like, you were probably at Bennigan's. You don't like fucking like this isn't Civil War stuff. Why would you? What a fucking horrible idea for a business. Remember that remember the greatest American tragedy of all time, when the country was at war with themselves, when 1/4 of American men died. What if that came with mozzarella sticks? Like that's. It was like, but she was like, I have to paraphrase. I don't remember what it was, but she was like, yeah, well, they were dressed in, it was great. They all had like white suits and these little bow ties, and they all used to like tap dance around back in those days. And she said that, like tap dance around, like not they tap danced. That's how they got around, was tap dancing. That was how they traveled. They tap danced to their way places. But then she's like describing. She's like, yeah, I would say they were slaves. It's like, that's not what you're not describing a slave. Like, slaves were expensive. That was an investment. You bought a slave so they would do work, not so someone would tap dance. Like they didn't have much. What she's describing is blackface. She's describing white people in makeup from the 40s. Like none of that's right, Paula Deen. Yes. Wouldn't that be great if it was? What a fun idea for a restaurant. Angelina Jolie got her pussy removed to save Michael Douglas, right? Is that what this story was? I don't know. Did I fuck it up? I got it wrong. I got this. I got the story wrong. This is weird. It's hard to believe it's already been like 6 months since I moved back here. Well, I've been like just wallowing. I didn't do shit. I had a job for a little bit, and then I had to move like back in with my mom. My mom's not said anything to me about like just not fucking doing anything with my life at all until today, when I'm like, she must be like really angry at me. And then she was like, I know you're struggling right now. And she seriously suggested this. She's like, have you ever thought about like maybe like modeling? Not for anything fancy, but like Sears. Like I could just I'm just gonna call up Sears and be like, hey Sears, you gonna take some fucking pictures of me in your shirt? That's like me with a family. I don't know. Also, Mom, why not anything fancy? Why can't you already have if comedy doesn't work out, I can always be a fucking Sears model. I guess. I got into an argument with somebody recently. Not an argument, it was just a drunken conversation. It was like, I'm afraid of spiders. First of all, I asked on stage one time, it was at a show like last week. I was like, is anybody afraid of spiders? And some drunk girl in the front is like, no! Like, I'm sure someone is afraid of spiders. But I was like arguing with somebody, and like I've had people say this to me before about spiders. They like mention it to me when I tell them. First of all, I'm much bigger than a spider. I could kill the spider even the biggest fucking spider in the world. I would win that fight every fucking time. It doesn't matter. So it is an irrational fear. So you're not going to be able to like explain to me why I shouldn't be afraid of spiders. But people always say, well, spiders, they kill all the other bugs. So that they're like good. They're good. That's a good thing. But that just makes them the scariest bug. They're the apex bug. That's not, nobody's like, well, murderers are kind of bad, but they rape all the other prisoners. So they're actually equilibrium. It's good for the environment. I think should allow those murderers in your house to deal with your fucking hacker problem. I don't know. That's what it's like, you know that like trope in movies where a guy gets arrested for hacking? They're like, yeah, well, it's a trope. That's what it is. It's like there's a scene in a movie where like a hacker will get arrested and they're like, you got two choices, federal prison or now you work for us. Like no one went to college. Like there's not a guy that's not hacking into shit that the government can fucking hire. I guess I could make like a Snowden reference and fucking make it all like topical. That'd be cool, right? You guys would all fucking high five me and be like, fucking politics, stuff, current events. This guy's great. The cicadas gone yet? Cicadas still happening? They haven't? Is that? I don't know. I mean,
It's like a false positive.
a false positive? Yeah. I think there were in like certain. Were you here when last time the cicadas came out? Yeah. It's fucking weird. That was the first time I had ever experienced like that when the cicadas came out the llast time. What made it like weird wasn't that there were fucking bugs everywhere. It's that the local news immediately found like 4 dudes that are like, yeah, you just eat them. Like they're like, you just eat them up. That's what you do with these bugs. And that was like a news story. It's like, no, you don't just eat them. Like, what do you? I wasn't worried about whether or not I could eat them. There's bugs everywhere. That's the news story. That's it. You don't need to make this more interesting. Yeah, you can eat them. There's a lot of shit you can eat. It doesn't mean you should. You can eat boogers, right? Yeah, I do that too. I pick my nose, and I find the booger, and then I eat that, and I eat these bugs, and then I'm on the news for some reason. It's like, okay, all right, cool. Yes, that's the thing going on. I don't know. I don't like nothing. The world needs to be more interesting so I can write bad jokes about it. I can write Sail away. That's offensive. Twin Towers still on the wall?
I look at it every night.
I used to work at this pizza restaurant, and it was in like California, and like it was like Johnny's, and then a big picture of the Twin Towers, and like they wouldn't take it down. Like they could leave the name up there. They're like, what are we gonna do? Get another sign? Yes, that's exactly what you're gonna do. Get another fucking sign, not remind everyone. That's on par with a Civil War themed restaurant. It's a 9/11 themed pizza restaurant. Hey, fucking got building 7. Whoa, pizza pie. Fucking. Where's Tony Soprano pizza pie. The fucking buildings don't just collapse like that. Conspiracy theory restaurant. That'd be fun. All right, I'm gonna check my notebook. I feel like there's. Oh, I saw a fucking like a Facebook like advertisement that was like, get washboard abs, and like people say that like I don't know what the fuck a washboard is. I've never seen a washboard. It's some old piece of technology that no one's used for 100 years. So in my mind, I just like there was this thing people used to just something that looked like the middle of a man in shape. People like wash clothes on. Like you get like 6-pack works, but stop saying washboard. Look at this fucking dude with his washboard abs and his cotton gin ass. His Victrola dick. Fucking sexy bitch of a man. Bounce my balls off his chin like I'm sending a telegraph. That's fucking be a good way to hit on a guy in shape, right? Then what? Did I ruin Victrolas for you? Okay, I guess. Can we talk? Can we just
sit down.
Okay.
You're really funny. Thank you.
All right.
Put your hands together for Nick Mullen, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks.
Nick, you've performed around the world. You've performed around the country. You're very, very funny. And you've also amassed quite a bit of Twitter followers.
I do all right.
But you've also been blocked by some pretty well-known
I am what you
Twitter
call
followers.
a social media guru.
What happened earlier this week?
What happened yesterday?
Yesterday.
Mark Maron blocked me.
Why did Mark, what the fuck, Maron block you?
Yeah, he blocked me because he was making fun of James Gandolfini's death using swear words, and I told him to cut it out. And and then he callously sicked his followers on what appears to be a single mom from the South. It's not me as a Twitter account. So
Nick, what is your Twitter account's handle?
It's Nick Mullen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what is the description of your Twitter account?
You can Google it.
It's pretty great. I highly recommend it. Do you want to talk about your Twitter photo or no?
No, I don't. Well,
Good.
not really. See,
Okay.
That's the thing. It's like you get to be a piece of shit on the internet. And people are like, I always hated that argument when people are like, And it used to happen on forums all the time where people are like, oh, you're just fucking hiding behind the anonymity of the internet. If we were to meet in real life, you wouldn't say that shit because I'd beat the fuck out of you. Well, you're hiding behind your ability to beat the fuck out of me. Like, I get to have the internet. Yes, you're right. I am hiding behind being anonymous online.
I highly,
like it.
highly recommend that you follow Nick. If you're listening to the show at home right now, he is currently, it's linked in the podcast description. It is actually him. Even though it does not look like him, it's him. He's a very funny man.
is.
And unlike most people that hide behind anonymity on the internet, Nick is willing to fight for the right cause. Nick, one of the things that we do on this show is talk about a wonderful band, one of the most important American bands of the last 100 years, and that band is called Sugar Ray.
Oh, yeah.
What happened when you uttered the phrase Sugar Ray on a stage?
Okay, so I had a buddy that used to do this great Mark McGrath impression. Well, all it was, he would just go, all around the world! He would just do that. And so we would have him on fucking cue and be like, Zach, do the fucking... And he'd go, all around the world! And then he would just cut it off there, and it's fucking great. And so we were drinking outside of a comedy show, me and like some friends, and he was doing like the all around the world thing, and it like got the attention of some bikers. And then, so we're like making fun of Sugar Ray, and this biker dude comes over, and he was like, man, say what you want about Sugar Ray, but Mark McGrath is a fucking badass. He's like, he's a badass dude. I'm like, no, he's fucking not. And he's like, yes, he is, dude. Mark McGrath is a fucking bad. I saw a video where a kid called him Sugar Gay, and then he was about to fight that kid. I'm like, that. It's a kid. He's not. That doesn't make him a badass. And also getting mad over Sugar. You would be a badass if he just laughed it off and he's like, "Yeah, I am a millionaire," and then fucking like continued on with his fucking Sugar Ray life. So I was shitting all over Mark McGrath, and then this guy, like, I guess I didn't realize how angry he was getting. So he's like, "Whatever, man. Just keep drinking your fucking liquid confidence." And he walks away. And like, this is the audience for a show that we're doing. So I'm like, "Oh fuck, I don't want to like piss off the audience." So I just say, hey, don't be angry about Sugar Ray at the guy. And he won't talk to me at all. He like goes inside, and then he had this like huge like shaved head neck tattoo fucking friend. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry your friend's upset about Sugar Ray, but I hope you guys can still enjoy the comedy show. And I offered him a beer, and he was like, why'd you fucking spit on me? I'm like, dude, I didn't spit on you. Don't be confrontation. And then he just beat the shit out of me and another dude. He beat up me and another guy and just kept, like, he was strangling me against the hood of a car. And then, like, I had another friend jump in. And I already got the shit kicked out of me. So I was like, don't beat up my other friend as well. And then the cops showed up and shit. And the cops had to break it up. And, like, the police officer, like, you know, like, very fucking serious, like takes us into our separate corners or whatever, and he's like, all right, what happened here? And I was like, okay, well, I've never met you in my entire life, correct? And he's like, no, we've never met. I'm like, okay, but I can pretty much guarantee you don't have strong opinions about Sugar Ray. And he was like, okay, yeah, that's true, I don't. I'm like, well, he does. He's like very angry about Sugar Ray. And then I had to sit in an ambulance, and then we went on with the show must go on. We kept doing comedy.
So you're like a hero.
I am a hero.
Where was your friend that used to sing all around the world? Like, where was he during the fight?
Oh, hiding. Like, literally, like, hiding in the doorway. Like, not fucking... And it's funny, because it's like, it's filled with comedians. All comedians that I've known for years. There's like 30 comics there. Well, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. And all these, like, fucking... I mean, like, I would do it, too. They're all like, oh, my God, let's go inside. Like, no, nobody fucking does anything. Like, just... It's a very pussy career, I guess. If you're a pussy, then you should be a comedian, because then you get your shit kicked out of you.
I'm not going to be able to top anything you just said. You're really, really funny. Please consider doing this show again. People can find you on the Twitter. Do you have any shows you want to plug or anything like that?
No, I don't really have anything booked.
Cool, man.
Upcoming. Oh, I run a parody of Thought Catalog called Thought Brochure.
There you go. Okay, now where can people find Thought Brochure?
At thoughtbrochure.com.
There you go.
Where thoughts are thinked.
Nick is a very funny man. Thank you so much for doing this. Like,
right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together once again for Nick Mullen.
Thank you. Ernie. It's
God
Ernie.
damn it, you're funny.
Ernie now.